Hello Libra, this is Bird's Eye Tarot. Thanks for joining me for your November 2022 reading. This is also just for whenever you see this. So let's see what's going on for you this coming month. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me how this resonates for you. And the more you input by liking, subscribing, etc., the more relevant these readings should become. So keep that in mind. So tell me, Spirit, what's going on for Libra in the month ahead? What's happening for Libra? Somebody might be policing your thoughts. You feel like somebody's policing your thoughts, and you're just feeling like you need to be a little bit freer from somebody's influence. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So you might have a positive message coming in about finances. I think... Okay, so you might have a positive message coming in about finances, whereas previously you were feeling pretty down about them. You were feeling like your finances are not going well, and you just aren't sure how you're going to get out of the problem that you're having, whether that be your career, like where you're going next, and you're just not feeling happy about your career, or maybe you just were having some money problems. No matter what it is, I do feel like there is some message coming in, or a gift coming in that's going to help you feel a little bit better about it. Let's see what else. Yeah, this has been bearing down on you really hard, but you're starting to learn how to tolerate it. It's like there's been this financial or career situation, physical situation, maybe housing situation that you've dealt with for so long that it's like almost like, oh well, I mean, it's not good, but it's not hurting me so much anymore. It's kind of what I'm hearing. Yeah, let's see. So in your past, I think you had some success in your past though, and you were really learning how to balance your emotions and your instincts, because I feel like maybe your emotions were out of control and your instincts were telling you all sorts of different messages about where to go, because you were just overwhelmed. You were really overwhelmed with these difficulties that you had. So, but I do feel like at the same time, while this Chariot energy can be like too much, and so can that Ten of Wands energy, it's also, this card can also be about victory, and about, it's almost like, he doesn't have any, he's riding somewhere, or in the traditional, I think that he's moving. Well, regardless, but he doesn't have any reins. He's not actually controlling where he's going. So it's like you are not able to actually control your destination, or you were, in the past, you didn't feel like you were in control of where you were going. Because you already had this path set out for you, or you had already gotten involved in this field of study or field of work, and you were like, well, getting out of this and getting into something I really love doing is going to be too hard for me. It's going to be too difficult. It's going to be way too much for me to handle. And so that's where I see where you were. But at the same time, you were good at it. You were good at whatever you were doing, and it's just that maybe you just weren't happy with it, or you used to have good financial success, and then somehow it kind of slipped through your fingers. Or maybe you used to have a good living situation, and it used to be harmonious, even though it might have been a little too much for you. It used to be a good enough, but now it's really bearing down on you, really not doing it for you anymore. Yeah, so there's been some conflict with this Five of Wands here. It's definitely been conflict and just a sense of actually, you know what, when it's reversed, it could be actually serious conflict. And this is in your overarching theme, like above it all position in the Celtic cross. So this is really causing a lot of conflict for you. You're experiencing conflict with yourself and with others, and it's just, I don't want to be a broken record, but it's bearing down on you anyway. And in your near future, you have the 7 of Cups, right? Yeah, 7 of Cups. So in your near future, it's like you're a little bit jaded. That's what I just heard, is jaded. You're also just not knowing what decision to make. It's like there's people who are like saying they rely on you. There's people who they're saying that they need you to do something a specific way. They need you to live your life a specific way. But like I said at the beginning, you are trying to get away from this control that other people have on you. And you're trying to find the correct solution, the correct choice to make. But there's just so many of them. There's just a lot to consider, right? So yeah, that's the near future, just having a lot to consider. And I think you already know this. And I think honestly you're holding on to something from the past that is really not serving you anymore. So Spirit is asking you to let go of the past, let go of what's no longer serving you, because there are new things waiting for you on the horizon. There's the victory on the horizon for you, but it will require some adjustments, and it will require you to make intentional changes, right? It's not going to be changes that are just going to happen without your hand in the matter. So what else for Libra? What else for Libra in the coming month? So for your internal factors is the Knight of Pentacles, alright? So you do have a lot of determination, and I also think that you have a lot of holding value? I can't think of the phrase, but you have you have a lot of patience. And while you know that this situation is untenable that you're in right now, you are willing to wait it out. But the thing is, like I said, you can't just wait it out. It's not going to change just like that. You're going to have a hand in the matter. So while it's really good that you have this patience and you're prepared to wait for results, don't forget to add your own intention into the matter. You have the King of Swords. Try to avoid overthinking in the coming month, because I think that if you overthink this decision, it's going to be difficult to actually make it. You're going to have to follow your intuition and not so much your head. Like I pretty much have said in every single one of these readings, you're really going to have to follow your intuition and not your head, okay? I mean, your head is important, your intellect is important, but what's going to lead you in the right direction is using your intellect and your intuition together, okay? For some of you, I think that there's an issue with the group of maybe you're in the LGBTQ community, and there's a dispute, an argument amongst you. Interesting. Okay, that's definitely not for everybody, but anyway. Knave of Swords. So there's a lot of air energy, and this is your hopes and fears. So you're worried that somebody's going to come in and tell you something, you can't do something. And there's like a lot of there's this idea of authority and control, and you being on a lower level as somebody, and you feeling like you are not on the level yet to say no. And the fact is that you can say no. It just is, it might be more difficult for you. It depends on your situation, obviously, but you're going to have to figure out how to set your boundaries, or figure out how to support yourself in a transitionary phase, and so you can release this control that other people have on you. So hold on one second. Okay, so that's your outcome, is the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. So there's definitely divine messages happening with these 7, 7, 7, 7. 7, 7, 7 might be an important number for you. But there's definitely divine intervention here happening. And I think that it's saying that eventually this could lead into a tower moment if you don't work for it yourself. There's not a tower moment at the moment on the horizon, at least so far as we see, but it could happen. And it's going to be some drudgery. This work is not always going to be easy to change your situation, but you've just got to be willing and open to making new plans with this Three of Wands and implementing the plans that you make. So try not to just think of the plans and then not do anything about them. You're actually going to have to do something about those plans. But it's really good. It's important that you do this planning and do this thinking over. But ultimately, it's got to be followed by action, right? So final messages for Libra, please, Spirit. Yang, action. Yeah, Yang is masculine energy. It is action. It is potential. It is the fire. Poise. And you're ready. I feel like you feel like you're not ready. You're not ready to move on with your life, but you are ready. Unfortunately, sometimes we just don't feel ready until we actually make a move. So don't assume that you're not ready, but make a move, and it can be a slow move, it can be little moves, it can be little steps, but as long as you're making steps, you're okay. But you are definitely urged to do so. Co-create. You are being supported by the universe, though. Don't assume that you're doing this alone, because the more you do, the more the universe is going to do for you. It's co-creating with you, and it's asking you to have trust in that. Okay? So Libra, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me how you resonated with this, and if you feel free to contact me for a personal reading. The information is down below in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.